Let's talk about my extensions. Okay, so that's actually a little bit deceiving, as I don't technically have extensions, and I've never had extensions in that my hair has always been my own hair and it's always grown out of my head and locked up as it goes. But I figured that we're kind of in a grey area here regarding what's an extension and what's just interesting to talk about. So what I want to talk about today is, if I can find them, the dreads in question. So this is one, and where is the other one hiding? Here. So these are the two dreadlocks that we're going to be talking about today, and while they are formed out of my own hair, they've always been attached to my head. They're kind of only held on now with string, hence why I'm referring to them as extensions for the sake of this video. And that is for one simple reason. I tried to split a dreadlock. A lot of people go through this thing where they're like, can I make my dreadlocks thicker? Can I make them thinner? Thicker is relatively easy. You can combine dreads, you can Congo them, you can double them up. Thinner, it's kind of a different story. If you want your dreadlocks to be thinner and you want more dreadlocks, my advice is to brush the dreadlocks out and resection and redo. Of course, I never follow my own advice, and so I decided to go ahead a while ago, maybe about a year ago now, and we're still dealing with it. I decided to split a thick dreadlock by just cutting it up the middle, which I never advised to do, and I guess I did it so that I could have evidence as to why you shouldn't do it. Let's go with that. So these two dreads here are now pretty much only held on with string. You can see how this one is completely falling apart. There's some string here, and then on this one there's some string here, and I'm pretty much convinced the string is the only thing stopping those dreads from falling. Because here is why you shouldn't split dreadlocks by cutting them up the middle. You're kind of just completely destroying the structural integrity of the dreads. They're not going to separate off into two nice, neat, separate dreadlocks. You're just going to end up with two very weak dreads that have a lot of hairs that have been cut up the middle and have left the dreads very weak, and that's what I've got here. So while they have not broken off and had to be reattached, I kind of felt that they were so weak that if I didn't sort of reinforce them with string, then I was going to wake up with half a dread on my pillow, or actually more likely in the bottom of the shower, because that's when I'm getting most stressed out about them. I mean, fortunately, I guess I'm in a situation where I don't really care so much, so like if one of the ends broke off, it's not going to be a huge deal to me. I've had my dreadlocks for long enough and I've grown them long enough for me to like, okay, fine, whatever. But it's sort of reinforcing the don't do that advice that I give. Another downside to splitting dreadlocks up the middle is the fact that you end up with like one side that used to be in the middle of the dreadlock, and it's super like prickly, and it is a complete terror for collecting lint and dust because it just like sucks it up like Velcro. So moral of this video, which isn't really all that extension related, but it's kind of like, don't split your dreads by cutting them up the middle, because only silly people like me will actually put that to the test. Heed my warning. If this video was helpful, useful, informative, do consider dropping a like, or just drop a like for this awesome backdrop. Subscribe for more. See you again next time. Farewell. I'm pretty much 100%, I lost it again. I'm 100% convinced that if I just grabbed this and gave it a yank, it would just separate clean off. I could do that for a sort of dramatic effect in this video, but that just seems like overkill.